In this video, we're going to be subtracting mixed numbers with different denominators and borrowing from the whole. So here we have 5 1/3 minus 2 3/4. We have different denominators. We have to come up with a common denominator. So we're going to start by putting our parentheses. And then we move our whole numbers over. They don't change yet. 5 comes over. 2 comes over. Now we're looking at our fractions. Okay, so we have 3 and 4 for our denominators. We cannot multiply 3 and turn it into 4, so we're going to multiply the old denominators together. So we have 3 times 4 and 4 times 3. Then we do our top times top and bottom times bottom. 1 times 4 is 4. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 3 is 9. And 4 times 3 is 12. Now that we have a common denominator of 12, we can start subtracting. We always start with our numerators, but here we have 4 minus 9. We can't do that, we have to borrow. This is where we go to the whole number. So this 5 is going to become a 4. We've taken one whole from the 5. Whenever we write one whole as a fraction, just like we did over here, 4 over 4 is one whole, and 3 over 3 is the same as one whole. If we borrow one whole from this 5, we also want it to have the same denominator. So we're going to add that whole of 12/12 to our fraction. So we take our 12 plus 4, which is 16. And we don't need this guy anymore. So now we can take 16 minus 9, which is 7. Denominators, whenever we add or subtract, stay the same, so it's still 12. And then we go to our whole number. 4 minus 2 is 2. Another way to think about subtracting from the whole, if adding 12/12 is a little too confusing for you, is this way. So here we have 4 1/5 minus 2 3/4. Same thing, we have different denominators. We got to set up our parentheses. Whole numbers come over, they don't change yet. 4 goes over here, 2 goes over here. And now our different denominators. First we want to see, can 4 fit into 5? No. So we're going to multiply those old denominators together. 4 times 5 and 5 times 4. Top times top, bottom times bottom. 1 times 4 is 4. 5 times 4 is 20. 3 times 5 is 15. And 4 times 5 is 20. Here again we start with our numerators when we subtract. 4 minus 15. Can't do it. We have to borrow from the whole. So now 4 becomes 3. And it's going to be the same as we did before, except this time we're shortening the process. We're just going to take the denominator and add it to the numerator. 20 plus 4 gives us 24. And now we can subtract. We have 24 minus 15 gives us 9. And our denominator, whenever we add or subtract, stays the same, so it stays 20. Don't forget about those whole numbers. 3 minus 2 is 1.